Kia ora, Sarah here from the Mountain Safety Council. Let's take a look at the Round the Mountain track. The Round the Mountain track is a challenging route that takes you through a stunning variety of landscapes, lush river valleys, alpine peaks, rocky plateaus and a volcanic desert. You can walk the track in either direction or tackle just sections of it using local shuttle services. More demanding than a great walk, this track requires solid navigation and river crossing skills, but for those prepared for a challenge, it's an incredible way to experience the wild beauty of Tongariro National Park. The track begins at the Whakapapa Visitor Centre, and you can take either the upper or lower Taranaki Falls track to get to the junction leading towards Tama Lakes. From here it's around 2 hours to the Tama Saddle and the junction for Tama Lakes. The saddle is exposed and conditions can be windy and cold in poor weather. Spotting the toilet means you've reached the Tama Lakes turnoff. On a clear day, a side trip is worthwhile. The lower lake is just a few minutes away, with the upper lake another 25 minutes beyond. Back on the main track, you'll gradually descend for 2.5 hours along the Waihohonu stream to the Waihohonu hut, which needs to be booked in advance during the Great Walk season. The track from Waihohonu hut to Rangipo hut is a sandy walk in one of the most unique areas in the park, with the only true desert landscape in the North Island. The track passes Ohinepango Springs, where crystal clear cold water bubbles up from beneath the old lava flow and discharges at an enormous rate into the Ohinepango stream. The track then traverses the eastern side of Ruapehu, past the Tukino Mountain Road, the Whangaehu River, and through the no-stopping Laha zone. This section is known for its windy and icy conditions, so ensure you have your warm layers handy. Rangipo hut is perched on the southern edge of the desert, with views east to the Kaimanawa Mountains. The trip from Rangipo to Mangaehuehu is an undulating traverse. It leaves the desert lands of Rangipo, re-entering the mountain beech forest on the southern flanks of Mt Ruapehu. A feature of this section of track is crossing the awesome Waihianoa Gorge, which cuts a path down the mountain into the Karioi forest. The gradual downhill traverse from Mangaehuehu weaves through an open alpine tussock country and mountain beech stands. After an hour and 30 minutes, a track junction gives walkers the option of a side trip to Blythe Hut, which you access from the junction just east of Waitonga Falls. Or continuing out to the Ohakuni Mountain Road, getting back on track a further 3 kilometres up the road. Leave the road and descend into the Makatuku Valley and then into the Mangaturuturu Valley via the Cascades, where a stream tumbles over silica-coated rocks. This steep section is very slippery when wet or icy. After a gentle climb through the mountain beech forest, the track opens up and you'll see the Mangaturuturu hut. Shortly after leaving the hut, the track crosses the unbridged Mangaturuturu River, which may not be possible to cross safely when the river is high. A climb out of the valley brings you to Lake Surprise, a shallow alpine tarn. The staircase that climbs up from Lake Surprise onto the ridge above was constructed to protect the fragile alpine environment. At the junction, just before Whakapapa Iti hut, you'll have the option of heading out to Bruce Road or continuing onto the hut a further 15 minutes down the track. From Whakapapa Iti hut, the track continues down the valley. 15 minutes below the hut, it crosses the Whakapapa Iti River. When the river flow is low, you can boulder hop across, but after rain it is not possible to cross safely. Either return to the hut or exit onto Bruce Road, where you'll have a 5-kilometre walk back to Whakapapa Village. Over the river, the track continues and undulates for a number of easy climbs and descents before joining the well-formed Silica Rapids track for the last 45 minutes to Whakapapa Village. Tongariro National Park's weather is often extreme, with strong westerly winds, heavy rain and occasional snow year-round. Unbridged streams can become impassable after heavy rain, so have a plan B ready just in case. Check in with your emergency contact when you get back, and upload a few photos and your review of the track to plan my walk to help others be well prepared for their round the mountain adventure.